Hello, this is Alessandro Manzoli. I am here to show you today a new product that we developed in my company, a new startup called XTESA. XTESA is a software and 3D company that is working actively to develop software for orthodontists and maxillofacial surgeons, and we provide services like 3D printing and 3D design for 3D cases. So today I want to present you a project that actually we developed internally for a better resolution of the 3D cases and for a better resolution of the problem of the head orientation. So we create this tool that is called Espresso Tools REORIENT. Basically, the idea of Espresso Tool REORIENT is to create a very simple program to get photos, extraoral photos and X-rays and reorient together following some very simple procedure. The nice thing is that this application is also integrated totally with Dolphin imaging, so you can actually get photos directly from the time point of Dolphin imaging, or you can use it as a standalone application. So now I want to go through a little bit the application. I want to show you how it works and which are the basic principles behind the application. So in this case we have here, you can see we have a lateral photo and we have an X-ray. So first of all, from this icon we have the possibility to select the photos, in this case from Dolphin. Otherwise you can pick photos directly from your computer. So I have here the list of the photos in the current time point from Dolphin. So I can select, for example, this photo here. The idea is basically to have an extra photo with a laser, and the laser should give you a reference for a vertical line, so that you can reorient the photo having the vertical line vertical. This line is vertical because it's a laser, but in this particular photo it's not vertical because maybe the camera has been rotated when you took the photo. So the first tool that I want to show you is this one that we call virtual laser. The virtual laser, it's very useful because in our procedure we have all the photos taken with a laser to indicate a vertical line. So I can overlap my virtual laser with a real laser in the picture, and immediately I can see here that I have a discrepancy of 2.81 degrees. So the photo has been rotated and so it's not really vertical. Right, so we can just click on reorient and the photo will be vertical, and our virtual laser now will give us a reference for the vertical line. Very well, so this is in one step. Actually what I can do is just to save this, and the photo will be saved directly in Dolphin imaging because this now has been started from Dolphin. If you work as a standalone application, the photo will be saved as a file on your computer. Like you can use it later, of course. Now the second step is to reorient the X-ray following the orientation of the head. You know, this is a photo in a natural head position, so basically it's our reference. So this is very simple. We click on the reorient icon here and we can click one point. We can zoom actually with the mouse, okay, and then we can also pan around with the mouse as well, so we can be precise when we click the points. So the very first point will be here on the soft tissue glabella, for example, and the second point will be here on the pogonium point. Well, again we have a line, and this time the line has a discrepancy of 87.34 degrees from the 90 degrees that is the true vertical line. Okay, so the angulation is 87.34 degrees. So now we want to go to the X-ray here, the lateral X-ray, and we want to select the same point. So we want to select the soft tissue glabella here, and then we want to select the pogonium here. And in this case you can see the angulation, the angle, it's 92.16 degrees, so there is a discrepancy between the orientation of the X-ray and the orientation of the face. Very well, so we just click on reorient and the X-ray will be oriented in one click. Exactly one click you can have this X-ray reoriented. You can save it. This will be saved again in Dolphin or in your disk, And actually you can then make a cephalometric analysis inside dolphin having this in the natural head position. Okay, very nice. So what else we can do? Well, we can create, for example, an overlay. So in the moment that I do my orientation, so let's repeat the procedure, very simple. I put 1 point here, 1 point here, 1 point here, 1 point here. Okay, I go to reorient, I reorient my X-ray. Now I go to overlay, and automatically I have an automatic overlay of the X-ray and of the photo, and with the opacity we can actually retouch and review the superimposition. Very nice. So in this way we can then save this as a file, and then we can use this for presentation as well. So what else we can do with REORIENT? Well, because we can just select files from Dolphin, we can go here, for example, we can go something similar for the frontal face. So we can select a frontal face, like this one. Then we can select a frontal X-ray here, for example, like this one. All right. Then again, we have the virtual laser here. So first of all, we can overlap the real laser with our virtual laser, and we can reorient the photo. So the photo now is vertical in one click, and we can save it, right? Then we can do a superimposition, and we can do a reorientation of the X-ray following the photo. Okay, so beautiful. We go to reorient. So we click, for example, a point that we can identify in the X-ray as well. So for example, we can take this point here, and then we can take this point here, then we can take this point here on the X-ray, and this point here. And again, we can do a reorient. In this case, the orientation was very similar. There was only 0.11 degrees of discrepancy, and we can go in overlay, and we can create an overlay. So save. And let's go to overlay, and here we have the overlay between the X-ray and the photo. Again, this is automatic and it's super fast. All right, so what else we can do? We can do one more thing. For example, we can go here and we can select again, for example, a lateral photo with the laser or without the laser. Okay, and then here we can select a photo, a picture basically that we saved from the 3D. Okay, and in this case this is a screenshot from Dolphin 3D. So what we can do here is to calculate the discrepancy between the photo and the 3D position of the head. In this case, for example, if I put a point here on the soft tissue glabella, then I put a point here on the pogonion. Again, I put a point here on the soft tissue glabella, another point here on the pogonion, and I have the discrepancy between the two photos that is 9.62 degrees. This is very nice because we can use this 9.62 degrees to reorient the head in the 3D in a very precise way, following exactly the rotation of the head in the lateral head position. And we can do something very similar for the front. So we have this number, we can keep this number and save it. And use it later. Other things that we can do is to keep, for example, take for example the facial front photo here, and then we take the photo from the 3D, for example this one. This is the photo of the 3D DICOM, the screenshot that we did in Dolphin, and then we can do something similar. So we can take, for example, a point. We go to reorient. We take a point here, the soft tissue glabella frontal, for example, and then we take this point here, the chin point, like a kind of menton point. All right, we can zoom, of course, to make it this more precise. I mean, now we have the virtual laser on the photo, but that is not necessary in this case. Then we use this point here and then this point here. And then there is a discrepancy of 2.33 degrees. So actually we can reorient by 2.33 degrees in Dolphin 3D, and we can reorient our DICOM following the numbers that we can retrieve from REORIENT. Well, the software is very simple, it's very nice, it's a new product, and so the price of this little application, it's 129 euros, so it's super cheap. And the license is for 1 year with all the updates. We have several updates. We are working very much on this application. So if you want to buy it, just contact me and you can get this application for 129 euros. I mean, this is an introductory price. Probably in the future will be a little bit more expensive. Maybe you can start to catch it now, and you can also support my team and my company and what we are doing to develop this application. I mean, your help is very, very welcome. Thank you very much. For any question, just write me, comment below. Yeah.